humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Like that. It's a lot of my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
The coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Block 49. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got it. You got it. Let me go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Mike, 49. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Let me go.
From the 36, Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's now 3rd down.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, flip it.
Here's Jones. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 99 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. This is Hines. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
You got team. 56, 56. 45. Mike, 45. Here we go. Hey, Delta. 45.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. These two teams all tied after 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Let's bring it.
Here's Allen. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They complete it to Hill. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Here we go. Mike, 55.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Hey. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's Hill, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jim. Green, triple T.
Jones. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Wait. Check. 59. Wait.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Winston again. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Murray looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Watch the whip. He's weak. Green, triple T. Easy. Banjo. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Just like that.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half here, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
56.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Going for it on fourth down. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Green, triple team. Watch his flag. Green, triple team. Kill. Easy. Easy. Hey, let's go.
On first down, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard
Ready.
line.
Blue ready. 49's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Rush in. Sunday. Hey, stop. Where do we go?
Again, it's Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you, you know. If people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Hines. He spins free, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now at 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Drop deep, drop deep. I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. White. Check 43. Easy. Blue drop, focus. Where's that up?
On 3rd down, Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
49, 49. Hey, come on now. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Let him go. Just fast. Come on. Let him go.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. He's got Evans. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Safe. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Flip. Back. Sonic.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
You don't want it. Alert flare. Check safety. Joker. Hey, stop.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. Complete to Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Winston now finding Godwin. Complete. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 41, Winston going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Tighten up, tighten up. Green, triple team. Check 59.
Winston. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Winston. Now a desperate, and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go! Let's go! Miami! Right there in the middle, 55. Exit, exit. Regular.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's a gain of 5. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It's a gain of 3, and it sets them up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Alert! All 52. Check right.
Back to throw. Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie! Right here. Kill. Pass. Slit. Stop. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got one. Mike's 54.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready? Flip it. Check 50. Check 50. Check 24. Check 24. Easy. Hey, you got it. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston to throw. It's caught. Jones. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and 10